Welcome, everybody. What a terrific day. Let's give it up once more for our graduates. It is a terrific privilege and honor. Good morning. What a wonderful day and event. It's a distinct pleasure to welcome you all, faculty, staff, families, friends, and most of all, the class of 2025. Let's give it up one more time. To our December 2025 commencement ceremony for the VCU School of Social Work. My name is Gary Cuddyback. I'm the Dean of the School of Social Work here at VCU, and I'm so honored and privileged to be here with you this morning to share. As you share your excitement today on social media, please use hashtag VCU SSW2025 for those of you on Facebook or Instagram accounts. I would also like to say thank you to our American Sign Language interpreters from Mosaic Interpreting Services. Photography, although I can't see you anymore, Bridget Hazel from Photo Specialties, and our live broadcast stream by Advanced Video Productions. And to all of our graduates, the day you have been working toward is finally here, and we are so excited to celebrate with you. On behalf of all of us here at the School of Social Work, I want to say, congratulations, you did it. I would now like to take a moment to acknowledge our excellent and dedicated faculty, staff, and administrators who have taught, mentored, inspired, and supported all of our graduates on their journey. Would our faculty, staff, adjunct faculty, field instructors, and any others who taught, mentored, supported our students, please stand if you are able so we can recognize you. Oh, graduates, please be seated. I'm so sorry. I really cannot see past the floodlights, so thank you, Q. You mean you've been standing the whole time? Yes. All right, how fun is that? All right. So class of 2025, you join the company of generations of graduates and a family of over 12,000 VCU social work alumni, along with over 700,000 social workers nationwide. Just think about that and the impact social workers like you can have. As a profession, it is hard to imagine a time when the need for social work was greater. Social workers are in critical demand, so parents, families, rest assured, jobs are on the way. No longer will you have to pay bills. Social workers are in critical demand in every public and private sector in space, locally, nationally, globally, in every space where inequality and injustice of any type exist. Graduates, your call is clear. Your responsibility is great. Your impact will be profound. Since the school was established in October of 1917, we have been a leading school of social work, consistently ranked among the top schools in the nation. Our reputation is driven by the excellence of our faculty and staff, our excellence in creating new knowledge, our excellence in engaging our communities, and our excellence in educating and supporting undergraduate, graduate, and doctoral students. This excellence is evidenced by the quality and preparation of you, our graduates, who go out into the workforce and the world and drive change for social justice. For 108 years, we have seen students like you learn, grow, and champion the principles and values of our profession, making an impact and creating change where change is needed most. Today, we celebrate you and the impact you will be making throughout our community, here in Richmond, across the state, across the nation, and around the world. We believe that our greatest contribution as a school and to our community is our students and alumni. You are and will continue to be proof of this. Give yourselves a round of applause. And now it is my distinct honor to introduce our speaker, 2012 M.S.W. alumni, Fatima M. Smith. Fatima is a fearless advocate, unapologetic Black woman, survivor, social worker, and I know you're trying to stump me with this word.
Social momtrepreneur.
Momtrepreneur, who has dedicated more than 15 years to building communities free from violence and oppression. She is the founder of FMS Speaks, a platform that ignites courageous conversations around racial justice, interpersonal violence, and systemic inequalities. Guided by her powerful belief that a person who can describe a problem can also describe a solution. They just need time, space, and resources. Fatima has become a voice for change and a catalyst for action. Fatima's career spans government, higher education, and the nonprofit sector, where she is known for her collaborative leadership and ability to engage professionals in honest dialogue about power, privilege, and oppression. Fatima's lived experience as a survivor informs her perspective, but she refuses to be defined solely by it. Instead, Fatima has used her voice to champion legislative efforts in Virginia, working alongside leaders to protect youth athletes, improve medical screening for abuse, expand pathways to licensure for social workers, and eliminate the statute of limitations for sexual assault. A proud graduate of George Mason University and Virginia Commonwealth University, Fatima currently serves as Chief Deputy Clerk of Chesterfield Circuit Court, where she is also co-founder of Collective 365, a philanthropic network that has invested almost $100,000 in Black and brown communities across the DMV. Fatima's accolades include recognition as Richmond Times Dispatch Person of the Year, VCU's Top 10 Under 10, GMU's Top 50 Exemplar Alumni, and Style Weekly's Top 40 Under 40. Fatima is a proud member of Zeta Phi Beta sorority. Zeta Phi's, are you in the, anywhere else? Okay, all right. Just giving you a shout out. And a devoted mother who credits her success to the unwavering support of her own mother. Fatima, come on up. We are excited to have you. Please.
Good morning. Well, I'm not supposed to call him Dean. I'm supposed to say Gary, distinguished faculty, staff, family, and friends, and most importantly, the graduates of the VCU School of Social Work class of 2025. I want to begin by offering my gratitude to Gary for the invitation to stand here today, and to the faculty and staff who poured their wisdom, patience, and guidance into each of you and me. Shout out to the families, the loved ones, and the communities who carried you through those late nights, those early mornings, and those moments of doubt. And to the graduates, y'all are looking so good. I hope you feel as good as you look. Today is a testament to your brilliance, your determination, and your courage. And I could not be more excited to welcome this next class of social workers into the field. You have already proven your strength, and now the world gets to witness your impact. I also want to honor those who carried me, who lifted me, and stood beside me. To my parents who are here over there, Sonora and Robert Frampton, to my husband, Julian Marsh, and to my daughter, Monet. Come on, you can wave, girl, because I know you wanted your moment. Hey, girl, love you. To my friends, my sorors, fellow troublemakers, my family, and those who are no longer Earthside. You are my community, and for that I am deeply grateful. When I was asked to be your commencement speaker, I was a little shocked. Who would trust me to do that? But also, I asked Gary, what do you want me to talk about? And he just said, something inspirational. But the truth is, you all don't need inspiration. You are the inspiration. You got here yourself, and I have no doubt you will continue to get where you need to be. So it got me thinking about May 2012 when I was in your seat and eager to begin this work. Yet, I was really uncomfortable with people calling me a social worker. I wasn't sure I could carry the weight of someone's social work title. Still, I clung tightly to my 5- and 10-year plans, convinced I knew exactly where I was going and what I wanted in life. But as life often does, I was pivoted in a lot of different directions in an unexpected manner. So as I prepared today, I asked myself, what did I need back then? And the answer was clear. I needed someone to reach back and to lift me up with care and to remind me that this journey would change me and my life in both beautiful and unexpected ways. So instead of a traditional speech about my life and all the things that happened, I want to offer you, graduates, a love letter of sorts. Dear graduates, you are entering a world that needs you most and deserves you the least. You deserve systems that collaborate with you, not conspire against you, in the name of capitalism and hate. And yet, here you are, willing and able and ready to do the work. Work that looks like speaking up for those who will never enter the rooms that you are sitting in. Work that looks like holding space for grief when your words fail, but your presence matters the most. That willingness to do the work is sacred, and I do hope you protect it. Earlier, I shared how I held tight to my 5- and 10-year plans as a recent grad. For years, I chased a vision board like it was a GPS, rigid and fixed and unforgiving. I thought if I hit every milestone, if I reached the salary, I would arrive at this euphoric place of joy. I did all of the things, the awards, the salary marks, and yet I was still searching and still am searching, if I have to be completely honest, for joy. But I have realized this visual was more about connection than a navigation. The connection to and with community, with my mentors, and relationships that would nurture me along the way. And it was less about arriving at a specific destination. This realization gave me permission to remove, to add, and revisit. My hope for you is that you give yourself that same permission in your social work journey to pivot, because it's not failure, it's evolution. Recently, my therapist, shout out Alicia, asked me, what's the visual you're falling prey to? And I realized I had built a professional future without preparing my professional self to meet it. I was so focused on becoming the social worker that I had dreamed of, I forgot to nurture the person who would have to live inside that dream. Have you ever been so busy becoming what everyone else needed that you forgot to become what you needed? So today, I'm inviting you to reflect on what you want to, not only what you want to achieve, because you did do that, so snaps and claps to you, but what you want when you get there. What happens when the awards, the titles, and the accolades pile up, but your joy runs dry? When you stay in your talent, but you neglect your vulnerability? When you build a career, but lose sight of yourself? All you need to do is remember to pause, ask yourself, is this still mine? And if the answer is it's not, then say no to it. Choose rest, choose softness, choose yourself. You do not need to set yourself on fire to keep others warm. You are enough, and you did enough. I'm gonna run that back one more time. You are enough, and you did enough. Social work is not a title. It's not a salary or a job description. It is how you choose to show up in the world. The values that you live by, the boundaries that you set, and the joy that you protect is what makes you a social worker. My dear friend Lanice, who I met by teaching in the School of Social Work, so thank you, social work, she said, never forget that you are the vulnerable client that you also must protect. And if that ain't a word, I don't know what is. I'm gonna say it again, in case y'all weren't ready. Never forget that you are the vulnerable client that you also must protect. Because saying no is not loss, it is liberation. It is shifting from scarcity to abundance, trusting that the path meant for you will never pass you by. Instead of fearing that you might miss by saying no, may you be lifted by the peace of knowing that not all paths are meant to be yours. You can succeed on paths not designed for you. Many of us do. But the true mark of a misaligned path is when you look at yourself in solitude, when no one else is there to put noise in your ear, and you realize that this work has changed me, but not for the better. My hope for you is that you resist wearing struggle like a badge of honor. Y'all, they not giving out prizes for who struggles the most. The struggle does not make you a better social worker. It makes you tired. And tired people cannot build sustainable change for themselves or for others. Social work is not just about being the tool for change. It is also about being part of the community that you seek to transform. Do not place yourself outside of it, and I'm guilty of doing that. I once believed that social work itself would be the medicine I needed to heal. But at this big age of 37, y'all, I am still healing, still searching for sustainable joy, because I kept setting myself on fire to keep others warm. That does not mean I failed. It just means that I had yet to honor myself. A friend who's also a VCU School of Social Work graduate, class of 2012, once shared that she chose productivity over process. She saw so many issues and had so many ideas and tried to do it all. She did not slow down to invite in those most impacted. She did not pause to listen. And I relate deeply to this because I'm guilty of some of this. My neurodivergence lets me process quickly, see the big picture and the fine details all at the same time, and build solutions quickly. But I've had to learn to pause, to collaborate, to delegate, because getting it done is not the same as doing it well or sustainably. She and I both have pivoted several times because the pace wasn't sustainable, and neither is yours if you don't choose yourself. So how do we identify what's not serving us? It's easy to worry about missing our calling, missing the moment to serve, but the truth is, the need will always be there, y'all. Time and you will not. So be intentional. Decline what drains you. Say yes to what pours into you. Make JOMO a thing, not FOMO, but JOMO. So the joy of missing out. The joy of saying no to what depletes you so you can say yes to what sustains you. Having an exit strategy is not abandonment, it is preservation. And it could look like a timeline, so perhaps saying, I'll pause and reassess in 2 years. A boundary, perhaps saying, if joy slips away for more than 6 months, I'll explore other paths. Or a plan, I am building skills that will travel with me wherever. And lastly, a promise to yourself, I'll leave when staying costs me more than it gives me. You are not abandoning the mission, my dear. You are honoring the messenger, which is you. In her book, We Must Rest, Tricia Hersey writes, rest is resistance. Rest is a portal. Rest is a healing balm. Rest is your human right. Let it be your compass. Rest is not a reward. Joy is not a luxury. They are your birthright, fellow graduates. They are the soil from which your liberation grows. Some of you have been doing this work for years. For others, this is only the beginning. But all of you chose to invest in yourselves while the world burned, while shutdowns threatened livelihoods, while ICE patrolled neighborhoods, while gender-affirming care and access to education were stripped away, and when justice felt like a whisper. You still chose community. You still chose yourselves. That is revolutionary, beloved. You are the future of social work, but most importantly, you are the future of yourself. Reclaim your time, reclaim your joy, reclaim your journey, and remember, you are not here to burn, you are here to bloom. With all the love and solidarity, Fatima M. Smith. Thank you.
Let's give it up for Fatima. What a terrific way to launch our graduates. Thank you, Fatima, for those inspiring remarks. Now I would like to introduce our M.S.W. Program Director, Dr. Kasara Bay Spencer, to the podium. Let's give it up for Kasara.
Thank you, Dean Cuddyback. Good morning, distinguished staff, faculty, colleagues, honored guests, family, friends, and the resilient class of 2025. I consider it a privilege to share this celebration with you. And after Fatima's remarks, I don't know what else I can say, right? But I got a little bit I'm gonna share with you. So today, as we celebrate you and the culmination of your graduate journey, I recognize that you have chosen to enter the ranks of thousands of professionals who stand alongside their neighbors and communities, striving for a more equitable and just society. And whether you know it or not, you earned your M.S.W degree for such a time as this. Some of you started this program during COVID, and you persevered through the subsequent social and political upheavals that Fatima just spoke about, only to graduate in the midst of deliberate and concerted efforts to roll back social safety nets, civil and human rights, and legal protections for vulnerable populations of all races, ages, and stages of life. And I am sure there were times you questioned your decision to attend graduate school, as well as your choice of social work, and the people around you probably questioned you too. And many of you navigated multiple competing roles and responsibilities, all the while finishing your coursework and completing hundreds, yes, hundreds of hours at your field placements. I am certain you've had many late nights and early mornings, and you missed social events, and you sometimes even cried some bitter tears. But yet, you're here, prepared to engage with marginalized and oppressed populations, and you're ready to critically examine social and political issues and intervene with solutions that restore dignity to humanity. More importantly, you are prepared to make a difference in our world. Now, I recognize you did not arrive at this moment alone, so I want to thank your family and your friends and your professors and your VCU advisors, your accountability partners, and even your haters, right? And your cheering squad. I mean, we all got to get inspiration from somebody. And these people not only uplifted you, but they pushed you to arrive at this point. So finally, to the class of 2025, earning the M.S.W degree is not the end. You must constantly hone your craft, but at the same time, take care of your soul. Be open to the richness, the wonder, and the magic of being part of such a critically important profession. And please remember, whenever you doubt, you were indeed called to social work for such a time as this. Let's give you a round of applause. Now, I would like to introduce to you the 2025 M.S.W student speaker, Mrs. Isis Miller-Boyd. Let's give it up. As she approaches the stage, I just want to let you know that she hails from the small town of Blackstone in Nottoway County. She is a proud wife and a devoted mother to Elijah. Mrs. Miller-Boyd is known for her compassion and drive, and she is deeply committed to personal growth and active community involvement. Guided by a strong sense of purpose and a creative spirit, she consistently strives to make a meaningful impact in both her personal and professional pursuits. So without further ado, I invite Isis to the podium. You'll be great.
Thank you. Good morning, faculty, family, friends, and the extraordinary graduating class of 2025. Standing here today as a Master of Social Work graduate feels like a dream come true. If you had told the little girl with an individualized education plan, also known as an IEP, the one who was told she might not grasp the information, but also one day would stand on this stage delivering a commencement speech, she probably would have laughed in disbelief. But now I see that God had a different plan for my life, a plan far greater than the limitations others placed on me. A plan greater than the limitations others placed on me, stronger than the doubts that tried to hold me back, and more beautiful than anything I could have ever imagined for myself. Growing up, I faced the silent battles of self-doubt, the loud voices that question my ability, but I've learned something powerful. Our limitations doesn't define us. Our determination does. This journey wasn't easy. I balanced life as a single mother, worked full-time, part-time jobs, and still showed up even on empty. There were nights filled with tears, textbooks, and toddler tantrums. I remember typing essays through tears after putting my son to sleep, wondering how I could possibly keep going. But even in those moments, there were purpose, there were faith, and there was growth. Through it all, I lean on my faith, and I thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for giving me the strength when I was weak, perseverance when I was weary, clarity when I couldn't see the road ahead. Through him, I found peace in the chaos, courage in the doubt, and hope in the exhaustion. To my family, my loving husband, my amazing son, my parents, my siblings, grandparents, aunts, and uncles, thank you. Your encouragement, prayers, and unwavering belief in me carried me through the hardest moments. You celebrated every small victory and reminded me that I would never walk in this path alone. Towards the end of this journey, I became a wife, adding a beautiful new chapter to my life, learning once again that God's timing is always perfect. Every challenge, every late night, and every setback was preparing me for the life and purpose I now walk in. And in that transition, I discovered a powerful truth. We are never done evolving. Every chapter, even the painful ones, is shaping who we are becoming. I also want to thank two incredible women who helped shape my professional growth, Ms. Harrington and also Dr. Baker, my internship supervisors at VCBR and also Purpose Healing LLC. Your guidance, wisdom, and belief in me pushed me beyond what I thought was possible. You taught me the value of compassion, accountability, and using my voice with confidence. Thank you for seeing my potential and helping me refine it. Social work has taught me that healing and transformation often begins in the hardest places, within our communities or within ourselves. It's also about seeing where people see problems. It's about meeting people where they are and believing in their yet. So to my fellow graduates, whatever your IEP moment was, whatever label, obstacle, or doubt tried to define you, remember this: you are already proven them wrong. You are here, you made it, and your story matters. As we step forward, let's carry this truth with us. Let your faith guide your steps when the path is unclear. Let your compassion lead your work, even when it feels hard. Let your perseverance sustain you when the world doubts you. Serve others with love and humility, and never forget our calling is bigger than ourselves. Live boldly, embrace resilience, and trust that every challenging is shaping the purpose God has for you. Class of 2025, we are the embodiment of perseverance, empathy, and courage. The world needs what we have become. Let us go forward with our faith, purpose, and the heart to make a difference one life at a time. Congratulations, and thank you, Jesus, for bringing me to this moment.
Let's give Isis another round of applause for that. Thank you, Isis. I would now like to, so typically we would have B.S.W. and Ph.D. as well. We have no B.S.W. or Ph.D. graduates. That would be the order of the ceremony. We do B.S.W., M.S.W., Ph.D. Actually, Ph.D., B.S.W., M.S.W. But now I would like to present our faculty members who will be performing the hooding of our M.S.W. graduates, Dr. Kimberly Compton and Dr. Yifan Liu. And if you would get into position, and then calling the names of our M.S.W. candidates are Sarah Burton Everett and Dr. Umberto Fabello. So let's get ready for that. And then ushers, yep. Okay, so we are ready. All right, ushers, we're ready. Students are ready. Okay, here we go.
Lacey Adams. Amelia Ayers Underhill.
Amna Babar.
Kayla Banks.
Destiny Beatty.
Jenny Benitez Funes.
Whitney Barksdale.
Jeanette Bolanosi.
Trinity Bumbry.
Tara Campanella.
Kiera Charity.
Kelsey Crossdale.
Sarah Cochran.
Shamira Cole.
Tammy Coleman.
Angie Cornejo.
Diana Crowder.
Madeline Dufresne.
Alexandria Eatman.
Brianne Ellis.
Rosio Escobedo.
Chevelle G.
Jasmine Goodwin.
Alina Guerra.
Alicia Hill.
Avery Jones.
Victoria Coyote.
Cody Ray Ketty.
Rachel Keller.
Lauren Crayons.
Zoya Larney.
Koyon Lee.
Cheyenne Lee.
Alicia Lewis.
Nancy Majors.
Catalina Marquez.
Carly McLaughlin.
Lauren Grisham.
Elizabeth Mellington.
Ashton Miller.
Isis Miller Boyd.
Nelly Michelle Napoleoni. Niall.
Isabel O'Hare.
Veronica Oliver.
Maceo Parker.
Jessica Pavella.
Emily Peltzer.
Nicole Perez Pardo. Marina Peña.
I gotta give you the flavor. Autumn Phipps.
Lamisha Poole.
Misha Powell.
Valerie Rafael.
We need some flavor.
Wendy Ramirez.
Jamira Richardson White. Right, I'm sorry.
Kaylin Rivera.
Lindsay Ross.
Tiffany Sarson.
Sarah Shank.
Amber Smith.
Alicia Stabrilla.
Jamisha Thomas.
Rachel Tessier.
Benita Trotter. Yatsari Trujillo Abundez.
Ayana.
Michael Werner.
Shelley Vincent.
Brett Vollmer.
Kayla Walker.
Jordan Walters.
Megan Wiley.
Justine Wells.
Putan Kinsley Wilson.
How great was that? Let's give it up for all of our graduates. So, how wonderful is that? So I take a little extra time up here, as you probably saw. I know I slowed the line down quite a bit, so apologies for that. Graduates, we are almost ready to make your accomplishment official. But first, we need to do something very, very important. You did not take this journey alone. Far from it. Whether it was help with tuition, I'm keeping an eye on our line there, making their way back to their seats. Whether it was help with tuition, a shoulder to lean on, a good meal, laundry service, a phone call to the dean, which occasionally, raise your hand if you gave me a call about something. No, I'm joking. Or a pep talk when you needed it. Family, friends, and supporters have been with you all the way. So whether they are with you today, graduates, or watching from home, please join me in applauding and acknowledging your parents and guardians, your spouses, partners, and significant others, your siblings, grandparents, uncles, aunts, and cousins, friends, colleagues, coworkers, and any and all others who contributed to your success. Stand and applause if you are able. Well done, families and friends. So to all who believed in our graduates, thank you for all of your commitment and support. Graduates, you now join a profession with a proud heritage and history. You are a social worker. We look forward to witnessing the amazing work you will do throughout your career. And also, as alumni of the school, we hope you will remain engaged with us as educators, supervisors, field instructors, supporters, and we want you to know that wherever you go, you will always be a member of the Ramily here at the School of Social Work at VCU. So we're going to conclude our ceremony in just a moment, graduates, and I will invite you, when I give the word, to move your tassels from right to left, and this will conclude our ceremony. And music will start. Faculty, we can process in an orderly fashion just directly back to the blue room. And then graduates, you will then formally recess out of the arena in the same order you entered, and marshals will let you know how to proceed. And then you'll be able to rejoin your family outside of our venue. So it is my delight now. Graduates, please rise. Time to turn your tassels and let the celebration begin. Congratulations, you have done it.